So we start by making our stir fried chicken. First, you need to heat your pan. So let's turn our stove on. So a nice way to have a best jollof rice is when you decide maybe you want to side with chicken, and you can maybe either you can deep fry your chicken, but also you can make a stir fry. So today we are making jollof rice together with stir fried chicken. So we have already added oil in our pan here. Then we'll start by adding. First, let me just tell you the ingredients that we'll be using in our stir fry. First, we'll be using ginger. As you can see, we have ginger here. We will be using garlic. So let me give you a glimpse of our garlic. We'll be using garlic. Then we will be having chicken. Also, we'll be using chicken. Just a small portion of chicken here. But also then we will be using chopped carrots. Let me show you. These were chopped in like a vertical order together with green pepper. As you can see here, we have green peppers and grated tomatoes. So let's start by adding first a small amount of ginger together with garlic. So let's keep stirring. So the essence here of adding first the ginger and the garlic, because after adding our red onions, we will add the chicken so as to like marinate them and allow the chicken to have a really nice ginger and garlic flavor. So now here we will be adding our red onions. The red onions will also be used in making our jollof rice. When your red onions they are turned brown, that's when you are going to add your chicken. And I also add in the previous days, in the past days, I did made chicken sauce, and I did advise people that for your chicken to taste good, to have a really nice flavor, you need to add first these three key ingredients, which is garlic, ginger, together with onions. They add a really nice flavor. Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone who is joining in. Hi, welcome Natural Ecuador. Abigail, welcome. So now we are making jollof rice together with our stir fried chicken, and we are starting by making our stir fried chicken. We are waiting for the onions to turn brown. So as I was saying, so as to have a really nice tasty flavor in your stir fried chicken, you need to add first three key ingredients that have a very deep aroma in your stir fry, which is garlic, ginger, together with red onions. After they have turned brown, that's when you're going to add our chicken. Thank you, Natural. So once our onions they are all turned brown color, we will add our chicken. We have a very small portion of chicken. This is to be served for only 2 people is enough. Or if you are only one, you can have a leftover 2, which is also great. So now we'll be adding our chicken. You need to keep stirring your chicken to avoid it from sticking on your pan. You want your chicken to have a really nice brown color on the outside. Welcome everyone who is joining in. We are making our stir-fried chicken together with jollof rice. So as I was saying, you want your chicken to have a really nice brown color. So you just need to keep turning on the chicken to avoid it from sticking on your pan. You can also cover it for about only 3 minutes. Let's first season it with salt. Thank you everyone who is joining in. Let's cover it for only about 3 minutes. So now after 3 minutes, we are going to open. So what we did cover our chicken so that we can have a really nice, it can take the flavor of the garlic and the ginger. So now we'll be adding the rest of our ingredients, which is carrots, sliced carrots, together with green pepper, I'm going to stir for some time, and tomatoes. These tomatoes, I did blend them. We are also going to add with small amount of water. And let it simmer for only about 5 minutes. So after it has simmered for another 5 minutes, we will be adding soy sauce, which is our last ingredient in making our stir-fried chicken. So soy sauce adds a really nice and enriching flavor to our chicken. You want your chicken to cook evenly, so that before adding soy sauce. So now we are in the simmering process, and we are going to wait for our chicken to simmer for about 5 minutes. Thank you, Natural. Thank you. It looks delicious. Thank you. So now we are currently simmering our stir-fried chicken. As you can see, it had a really nice brown color because of the first simmering we did. We did stir fry in garlic and ginger oil that we made prior. So now we are waiting for it to simmer for a little bit before adding our last ingredient, which is soy sauce. Welcome everyone who is joining in. So let us look at our simmering. So let's turn our chicken. So now let's add our soy sauce. So we are going to let it simmer for only about another 3 minutes. So I'll be showing you guys the pan also that I'll be using in making our jollof rice together with the ingredients. So first we have red onions. I'll be using red onions in making our jollof rice. About only 3 potatoes. These were already chopped prior. We have ginger here. I'll be using also together with garlic. So you can have so as to have a really nice and tasty flavor. The same key ingredients I told you in making our stir fry, it's the same ingredients we are going to, most of them we are going to use in making our jollof rice. And that's garlic. Also garlic we'll be using in making our jollof rice. So let us look at how our chicken is, our chicken sauce. So let's stir for some time. As you can see, slowly it is starting to cook. Let me raise my pan so you guys can have a close look. So you're going to let it simmer only again for only about 2 minutes, and we will start making our jollof rice. As I told you, making your sauce for jollof rice, it's an easy job. It's really easy making jollof rice, so you guys don't have to stress about, oh, it's a long process, it takes time. It is only less about 30 minutes, and you'll be ready with making your jollof rice together with the sauce, siding sauce to your jollof rice. So now let's take the pan. First I'm going to slice these potatoes into half. And also I will be showing you guys the masala that I'll be making in our jollof rice. So this is, let me show you guys. This is a local made masala here in Tanzania. It is called pilau masala or jollof masala. It has about a lot of ingredients here, like bark of the trees, the cinnamon, the cardamom, the cloves. They're all infused here together. So this is the masala that we'll be using in our jollof rice. Thank you for everyone who is joining in. Thank you for showing your support. Soon our sauce is going to be ready and we will start cooking our jollof rice. So a last look into our sauce. I'm going to give you a last look before start cooking our jollof. So this is the last and final look, and now we start cooking our jollof rice. So we are in the second part of our live stream, which is making the jollof rice. I'm going to cover this and set it aside. Now let's add our pan here and heat it. So this pan, it's a vintage pan. I did buy it at a vintage store here at the local market. It's quite a heavy pan. You can just say it's like a cast iron pan, but this is quite heavy and stainless steel. So also for another nutritional benefits in our jollof rice, because we have protein already from the chicken sauce, but then we are going to add fresh peas. Fresh peas is a really nice source of protein in your jollof rice. So we are going to add fresh peas. These were in the fridge frozen. So I will be also adding in our jollof rice. Make sure to heat your pan well. Thank you for everyone who is joining in. Today we are making jollof rice together with stir-fried chicken. So now we have started by adding our jollof rice, and we'll be adding now ginger as our first and foremost ingredient. Then followed by garlic. So here is our grated garlic that we'll be adding here. So before even our garlic and ginger mixture turn into really deep brown, we will be adding our red onions. So let's add our red onions. And stir both the mixture till it has all turned into brown color. We are going to keep stirring slowly till our mixture is all turned brown. So you need to keep stirring as even so another tip, when you want to have a really nice sauce or nice jollof rice, my advice to you guys is that add the very first three key ingredients, which is garlic, uh, ginger, together with the red onions. The red onions have a really nice flavor compared to the rest of the white onions. There are different varieties of onions in this world, but red onions are the ones that have a really nice deep flavor. So if you're looking for a spicy flavor or a nice smell to your food, make sure you infuse red onions, but also ginger and garlic. These have a really nice natural taste, but also the smell is quite good once they are added in your food. So let's keep stirring our mixture. You see now our garlic is slowly turning, our garlic and ginger mixture, slowly it's turning into brown color. You want to keep stirring so that they do not stick in your pan, because when you leave them for a long time, the garlic and ginger has a tendency to stick in your pan. So they'll be burnt before even the onions, they are all turned brown. So you have to keep stirring for some time. Slowly the onions too will be caramelized, so you can add the rest of the key ingredients. So with making jollof rice, it's not only about the spices. It is how you arrange your ingredients in adding them. First things first, you need to start adding the ingredients that have a deep flavor, to infuse the flavor in your oil before adding even the masala, which is the garlic and ginger together with the red onions. Then after adding the red onions, here we'll be adding our potatoes, peas together with the grated tomatoes. That's when we'll be adding also we'll be adding with the masala. As you can see, I want to give you a closer look of how caramelized our onions are. So if you want to try it, you can. So this is a closer look of how your onions need to look. They are all caramelized. So now here, it's a time now we'll be adding our natural masala, which is this one here. It is locally made here in Tanzania, so I'll be adding plenty of it. So my family really loves jollof rice, especially when I cook them. But another dish that my family really loves when I make it is the chapatis. They are really my children they really love eating chapatis. So most of the times, about maybe once a week, I try to make chapatis, and on Sundays I love making jollof rice. But then with jollof rice, the advantage is you can vary. You can have beef jollof rice, you can have chicken jollof rice like today, liver jollof rice. You can have a variety. So now here we will be adding our grated tomatoes. So let's add our tomatoes here. I'm going to add here small amount of water. I wish you guys could hear this nice smell. That's why I told you, if you want to have the best tasting jollof rice, the first key ingredients are the natural ingredients before even adding the masala, which is garlic, ginger, and red onions. After they are well cooked, that's when you can proceed with adding masala. So another key secret in so as you can make a really nice smelly jollof rice, but how will you know that your jollof rice will be cooked well, the ingredients will be cooked well, the masala will be cooked well, is to let the masala to cook with the grated tomatoes before even adding the rice. You want to ensure your rice is well cooked, your spicy mixture is well cooked before proceeding with the rest of the ingredients. So here I'll be adding small amount of water and let it simmer for only about 3 minutes. After 3 minutes you'll see our mixture, it has all turned in a deep red color. So I'm going to cover it for only about 3 minutes. So most of the times when I do the live stream, I always get these questions. It's like, where did you buy your pan? So this is, I bought it at a vintage store. I remember it was 2 years back. I bought it at a vintage store, the pan together with its lid. And quite frankly, it has been really helpful in my kitchen. I'm using it from day to day and it is heavy. Most of my food don't even get burnt. So I'm really grateful. But to say that I bought it at a really well-known store, no, I just bought it at a vintage store. So let's wait for our mixture to simmer for only about 3 minutes before adding peas together with potatoes. So now let us look at our mixture. It has slowly turned into deep red. Sorry. So now looking at our mixture, it has turned red. So we are going to add our peas together with tomatoes. So these were fresh peas that were just frozen. I'm going to add into my jollof mixture. together with the potatoes. Then I'm going to add small amount of water. I will stir. So the number of cups that we'll be using in our jollof rice today, it is only about 3 cups. 2.5 cups. So this is the first cup that we'll be using here. The second cup. We'll just be using 2.5 cups. So we are going to stir it a little bit. As you can see, the advantage of leaving the ingredients to be well cooked together is that you have a really well cooked jollof rice. With jollof rice, the ingredients, the spicy ingredients need to be cooked well before even proceeding with adding the rice. So now I'll be adding some soy sauce, small amount of soy sauce. So I'll be adding more water. And let it simmer. So now we are going to let it simmer for some time before serving with our stir-fried chicken. So for everyone who is joining in today, we are making jollof rice together with stir-fried chicken. We did start by making our stir-fried chicken, and now we are finalizing by making our jollof rice. So I'm going to let it simmer for quite about 30 minutes, and I won't be letting you guys stay here on my page for another 30 minutes without doing anything, but I'll be sharing in my post how the jollof rice turned out. So thank you for everyone who had time joining on in my live stream. Kindly subscribe for the few tips that I did give you, and another tips that I'll be sharing with you guys. So today, as finalizing, we did make jollof rice together with stir-fried chicken, and I'm going to give you a look of how our stir-fried chicken is looking. So this is how our stir-fried chicken is looking. We'll be serving with our jollof rice when it is all well cooked. So this is the amount of chicken maybe you can serve for only 2 to 3 people together with the jollof rice. So thank you guys for your time. Thank you for joining in my live stream, and kindly subscribe to my page, share my videos. I have a lot of simple easy recipe for dinner, for during breakfast. Even in my live stream I've shared some few important tips. So thank you guys. See you till next time, and have a quite nice evening. If it's evening in your country, or if it's morning, then good morning.